Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. For today's comedy, we're going to try something a little different. I'm going to give you a tour of the apartment. And this might take a little bit longer, so this video might be a little bit longer. And just so you know, I do these in one take and off the cuff. So I'm just going to go off the cuff. So now I'm going to change the camera to, flipped, so you can get a tour of the apartment. This is behind the scenes for when I do the comedy. That's what holds up the camera. That's a picture that I have that is really reminiscent of Florida, and it's really nice. And this is kind of similar. A picture that's reminiscent of Florida and happy times that we have in our wonderful state. I've always gotten the same calendar every single time for like the last 7 or 8 years in a row. It reminds me of old-fashioned times and good times that I used to share when I was a boy. I really like old-fashioned things, actually. This is a bookcase that I got when I started the PhD program at FAU, and there's a bear on top. It's really awesome. He seems like he blends in there perfectly. And of course, there's an old-fashioned picture over him. And that's a special toy of mine, Woody from Toy Story. That's a picture of Marilyn Monroe, one of the most beautiful women that ever lived. Unfortunately, her demise was terrible, but she's still an icon that'll last forever. And this is right above the TV, a picture of the forest, or a picture of actually a bridge in New York City that's very famous, and more sort of nature serene, which I actually enjoy very much. That's a parrot. The reason that I got it is because it made me think of Iago from Aladdin. And this was one of the first things I got when I got the apartment a while back. This is one of my favorite things. I've set up on the top of the refrigerator things that remind me of all the major holidays. Take a look at that Santa Claus. I got it I'd say about maybe 20, 25 years ago. And it's unique because it's white. And there's also a picture of a nutcracker next to that Santa Claus. And I've had that for a long time as well. This guy I got from the dollar store pretty recently. I felt a little bad for him because he looked like kind of lonely. So I found a nice place for him on top of the oven. And that is the Justice League that I set up on top of the microwave. I couldn't find a better place for it, and I put it there initially, and I haven't taken it down since. So until I come up with a better place, that's where they're gonna stay. Home sweet home. That's just a nice thing that I found somewhere along the line. This is the couch and a couple of things of New York and Boston. Oh, and there's the cat. He's awesome. And there's a couple of more pictures of New York and old-fashioned things. This is probably my favorite photo in the house, like an old-fashioned winter scene, maybe in Colorado or something to that capacity. Let's go into the bedroom now. That's Batman and all the rogues of Batman. And that's a pretty cool robot that I made a long time ago at an arts and crafts shop. And there's a bunch of other little things there that are keepsakes that are special to me. Oh, and this is on top of the dresser. There's Wario and a couple of Pop Funkos and a cool little statue and a bunch of other things that are important. Really important, actually. That reminds me of like an old-fashioned bistro in New York or Italy or something like that. I got this from Target a while back. The only thing that was funny was there was no people in the picture. That kind of was a little strange to me, but I didn't care because it was a nice picture anyway. And that's one of the first pictures I put up when I moved into the apartment, like a couple walking in a park at twilight time. I just thought it was romantic and really cool and nice, actually. This is, of course, another winter scene, probably taking place in New York Central Park, that I've always liked very, very much. And it's really good. The funny thing is, there's a picture of this. I always looked at the picture of this kid who's fallen on the ice of the skates. I just thought it was a little weird that nobody was helping him. It was the first thing that I noticed in the picture. But this is probably one of my favorite pictures for sure. And that's a picture of a plant that I put water in every day. But as you can see, my green thumb isn't as green as I would like it to be. And here's a picture of an old-fashioned cabin in the woods. I've always wanted to take a vacation in like an old-fashioned cabin. As you could see, I really like nature and the outdoors and items of that capacity. When people come here, they don't really expect that of me, but expect the unexpected, and everybody's different. And this is a picture of a cherry blossom that I keep upon my bed, usually. This is one of the first, actually, art pieces I got for the house as well. And that's the dresser and the fan at the side of the bed. Pretty basic stuff, but pretty interesting. The takeaway from this is when you go to somebody's house, you could always see how they keep themselves, and it's pretty interesting stuff. Make a comment in the comments section about how you keep your house, and I can't wait to read them. Thank you.